Smoking zone and I be in my head, in my head. Flintstone rolling, I be in my head, in my head. Mommy strolling, I be in my head, in my head. She look at me, she floating, I be in my head, in my head. Smoking zone and I be in my head, in my head. Flintstone rolling, I be in my head, in my head. Mommy strolling, I be in my head, in my head. She look at me, she floating, I be in my head.
Y'all, sometimes doing these videos, it takes a lot. It takes a lot because most of the time in my living environment, the minute I press record, I can't even get 5 to 10 minutes in, and it's always something. It's always something. So I'm gonna try not to be too long. I've already said in most of these that I don't want them to be too long. But I want to do more reviews. There's a lot to go into what gets reviewed and what doesn't. Because if I just reviewed whatever I wanted to review, I do like 2 a day, every day. So I got to be realistic about it. It's also about, if I'm going to do this for real, how am I going to present? What am I going to present, right? Because, sorry. Nobody's noticed at this point because I'm the only one that watches these at this point. But I haven't done a rap album. Like, I have not reviewed a rap album. The closest thing I've gotten is Drake and Party Next Door. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm actually gonna restart it because all these burps. I start burping. It's always something when I hit fucking play. Rewind. I know I always say I don't want these to be too long because I like everything I review. And so if I let myself go and just talk about things I like, I'm gonna talk for forever. And a lot of times I'll just be repeating myself, or I digress, and I'm gonna start on one thing and end up on another. And in this particular living arrangement I got going on right now, it's so hard to record anything. Because the minute I press record, the minute I decide I want to record something, I press record, it's 1,000 things going on. It's really hard with my living arrangement to just, because my setup is my phone. That's it. I don't have a room with no sound. I don't have a computer or a laptop. I don't even have the soundproof boards to like help me out. It's literally just my phone. So when people come making too much noise, or people calling my name, or you know what I'm saying, like, it's always something the minute I decide I want to record. On top of that, if I let myself do a review on everything I want to do a review for, I'd make like 2 a day. But because of because of the earlier statement, that's not viable. But I don't want to drop 2 videos a day yapping about stuff I like. I want to keep this some kind of structure. And so there is a bit of a thought process that goes into what gets a review and what doesn't. If you go through all the reviews, you will see by this point, I have not done a single rap album. The closest I've gotten are Friday's album, which is R&B, Sir's album, which is R&B, and the Drake and Party Next Door album, which is R&B. You know what I'm saying? The Drake and the Party Next Door album has the most rapping on it. Did I do a rap album? No, I did Sir's album, which has a lot of rappers on it. That's what it was. Yeah, Sir's album, which has a few rappers, and Drake and Party Next Door, where Drake raps on. That's the closest I've come to hip-hop albums. And that was on purpose. And on top of that, before I did the Sir video, a friend of mine was like, yo, why don't you just do essentially what is white people music? He was like, why don't you just do white people music? Do rock, do country. You know, there are so many hip-hop review channels. And after he said that, because this was a white person that said that to me, after he said that, I thought about it, and it's like, yo, when you think about it, there's also mad white people with hip-hop review channels. Not saying they can't have it. Everyone's welcome everywhere. But maybe it's my algorithm too. I don't ever see that many black creators reviewing things that aren't hip-hop. I don't see a black creator who has a review channel that's primarily pop, primarily rock, primarily country. You know, And so I figured, why not? That might be a lane I can kind of create or dig into. But I listen to everything and I like everything. And I want to talk about the things I like. So I have to think, like I said when I did the Drake review, my very first one, I said I wanted to do GNX. GNX is now turned into, now I just want to do a whole video about Kendrick's discog. Because I listened to GNX yesterday and I was like, shit, I do want to do a review video on GNX because it is my favorite Kendrick album. But I think I'm gonna do a whole video on Kendrick's whole discog. And then again, and there are mad people who have done that already. Kendrick is such a big artist. That's why I haven't done it yet. We don't need another nigga to talk about Kendrick. I want to do Westside Gunn albums. Those are definitely coming because not enough people do reviews on Westside Gunn albums. I wanted to do some Baby's album from last year. That's probably still gonna happen. So like now, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't not do only rock and country because I have hip hop albums that to me don't get the shine they deserve, or at least don't have videos on them that I want to do. And so all of that leads me to say that today I'm doing my first hip hop review, and it's Yeat, Dangerous Summer. And why not do it at the end of summer? You know what I'm saying? We're at September 2nd. I'm in Georgia, so summer is still kind of going. We're about to finish it here. In good old Hotlanta, Ratlanta right now. So, welcome to Pews Reviews. I think this is episode 7. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I got up at 4 a.m. and ran. And I did another video, or I work on music. So I did I put together a little collage. I put together an EP before I did this. But I've been putting off doing the Yeat video for so long, I can't put it off no more, or I'm just not gonna do it. And I really want to do this Yeat album. This Yeat album is really good, yo. To me, this Yeat album is good. So I'm kind of pooped out. I'm kind of crapped out. I'm gonna try and do this Yeat album. I'm gonna try and keep my enthusiasm and my award-winning smile. Hopefully I won't yap too much. I've already started yapping enough and it's not been about the album. Then I'm gonna take a nap. Because my body and my mind are both tired. And this is like the 5th time I tried to record this without interruption. This is the 5th time I tried to, see my brain. So welcome, like I said, and I'm about to repeat myself. Welcome to Pews Reviews, episode 7, and we're doing Yeat, Dangerous Summer. Now, most people, if you're in the sphere in the sphere of music I'm in, if you listen to rap at all, you've heard of Yeat. He was with Drake, you know what I'm saying? He was with Uzi. Yeat's been with the big niggas. So you've heard of Yeat at least once. I found Yeat 2021, 2022. My brothers found him before me. They put me on. I couldn't even tell you the first Yeat song I heard, because the first few I heard, I didn't download them. You know, it took me a while to kind of be like, I like this sound. I like the sound these niggas make, but I wasn't really jocking the music for real, jocking the music too much for real. So, because these niggas most of the time can't put together cohesive projects. They just put together playlists of songs that they made, right? The type of niggas that stay in that sphere. They just put a playlist of songs together. So I never really thought I would, if you told me 2 months ago I guess this came out 2 months ago. It came out in July. Dangerous Summer came out in July. But if you told me before this Yeat album came out that I would be doing a review of the Yeat album, I would be laughing at you, because I don't want to review albums that aren't cohesive. I don't want to review albums that are just a bunch of playlists. But this Yeat album is really good and it's very cohesive. It's only 34 minutes. And I didn't know Yeat was from California. I don't know if it's subconsciously, but I kind of gravitate towards artists who are from Atlanta and California. Those are even when I don't know they're from those places, I end up talking about these people or listening to their music. So Yeat, it's 34 really good tracks. It's full of, what do I like about this Yeat album? Well, like I said, I like Yeat's sound. I like that sound of music. I don't really know how I would describe it. It's kind of like it's just new. I'm gonna just call it new age rap. I don't. It's like a because Yeet doesn't really do the Ken Carson rock stuff. It's more headbangery. It's new age rap. You know what I'm saying? He is a far branch off that Lil Uzi, Playboy Cardi. You know what I'm saying? That sound that kind of ushered in with them. Even though there were niggas who were doing it before them, who don't get the recognition, who kind of fell off because they were on SoundCloud. They weren't really in the mainstream. But Yeet comes from that tree. Like I said, he was with Uzi a lot. And Yeet had to blow up after the Give No Fuck song with Drake. Which, you know, me as someone who likes to listen to Yeet as much as I do now, that's not even one of, you know what I'm saying? That's not even up there in Yeet songs. But in this specific album, the things I like about the new age sound are when they do it right, you're either gonna get something that's a headbanger or you're gonna get something super atmospheric. And those are two things I like in my music. And that's really what this Yeet album is full of. The song is either a headbanger or it's pretty atmospheric, and I like the melody to it, or I like the beats. I like how they approach the song, right? So like the headbangers, right? The opening, put that shit on God. It starts off cool. It sounds like it's got the little choir singing and put that shit on God. I'm not gonna sing it. But then when the beat drops and then, you know, he comes in, put that shit on God because of headbanger. It does. Loco, Come and Go. What's the song with some baby in it? MFN. The song with some baby. Those are headbangers to me. And they're good headbangers. They're ones that I want to hear again. They're ones I want to hear in the car. Listen, if I want to hear your song in the car, I like your song. There's songs I want to hear in the car. I want to put on in the car. There's songs I want to put on when I want to lock in. So, you know, those are good. And then the atmospheric song, realistically, the good atmospheric songs, because there are some songs I skip, but the good atmospheric songs come at the end. So like I've done in all my reviews, there is a 4-track run that starts with SaBaby's MFN, Yeet and SaBaby's MFN, and it goes to the end of the album. The last 3 songs are more atmospheric than they are headbangers. You got the two-tone. I think Don Toliver's in that one. Atmospheric, you know what I'm saying? Don Toliver can do headbangers, but Don Toliver can I like our Don Toliver. He can do headbangers, but he can do atmospheric very well. Don Toliver is really good at making atmospheric music that you can put on and just feel the vibe. And it don't matter if who's around is really a big fan of Don. If you pick the right Don song, they're down. I think my favorite song is the one with FKA Twigs, which comes after the Don Toliver song, Fly Night. And then you got I might be lying, because the last song, Growing Pains. Fly Night and Growing Pains kind of fight for my favorite song in the last two slots, and they're very atmospheric songs. So, you know, 4-track run from MFN to the end of the album, 4-track run. Then you got, you know, I've already talked about both the features, but the FKA Twigs feature and the SaBaby feature, 2 really good features. Outside of that, I think most of the features are people I don't listen to, maybe people he be around, people in his camp and stuff. They're not bad features. They're pretty good features. I'm Yeet. I think the name of the song is I'm Yeet. That has I don't think that's the name of the song. That might not be the name of the song. But the song that goes, I'm Yeet. If you see the money, that's Yeet. If you see the bitches, that's Yeet. That's a good song. And whoever was on the feature, that dude is dope. I didn't write down in the notes his name, so it's slipping out the brain. But, you know, for someone who, for me, before this album, I was only going to that, like, well, people like Yeet, I go to their albums to find my 2 or 3 favorite songs, and I bounce and I dip. If later in the future somebody plays a song that I heard that I like more than when I first heard it, I go back, I add it, but I never really play their whole albums. But with this Yeet album, this is why he's getting the review. because it gives me inspiration and it makes me excited for the future when there are artists who stay in this vein who can make cohesive, really good albums. So Baby's another one. So Baby's album last year was real dope, and he is gonna get a video for it when I can revisit it. Because another thing that goes into when I do these reviews is I usually want to give them time. This is the earliest review I've done for an album. Yeats' album came out in July. And if I stuck to my guns, he wouldn't have a review till next year. I usually want to give him some time. The reason So Baby doesn't have a review is because I wanted to give it more time to grow with it, to make sure I like it the way I think I like it when I first come out. I don't want to put out a review 3 days after the album comes out, because how I feel 3 days after the album comes out is completely different from how I feel 4 months after the album comes out. You know, I might like this whole album 3 days after it drops, and then in 4 months I barely touch it, or I found 2 songs that I just add to playlist, and that's it. So I want to make sure. Same thing with GNX. I didn't want to make a review with GNX and call it my favorite Kendrick album. I wanted to be sure. Now I am sure. So not only, I don't think I'm gonna do a GNX review. I think I'm just gonna go through Kendrick's whole discography. But now I'm sure, and I want to go back and listen to So Baby's whole album. But I've heard them, like my favorite songs on there. When my brothers play them, it gives me the same feeling. So I'm pretty sure So Baby's getting this, getting his review sometime soon. But for So Baby, his came out last year. The Seed album is only 2 months old, so this is very early for me. But that's why, because it's so good, he's cohesive, because it's so good, because it's full of headbangers and atmospheric music that I gravitate towards. That's why I like that's why I like the last 2 reviews too. Yeah, the Men I Trust album and the why am I drawing I know the band. Tame Impala. Those 2 bands, their music is very atmospheric. You know, they do pop rock, psychedelic rock, and inherently those are usually kind of atmospheric. So, you know, those are things I gravitate towards. A lot of the albums I do, no matter the genre, it's probably gonna have some headbangers. If it doesn't have some headbangers, it's gonna have atmospheric music. If it doesn't have atmospheric music, I really fuck with the guitar or the piano that they're playing. Or I really fuck with the lyrics. I'm a bit of a lyricist guy. That's when I do hip hop. And I think I'm gonna stick with my guns and do very little hip hop. I just named some people I want to do. Westside Gunn is gonna be a 2-parter because I didn't do his last album, and he just dropped another one. But I've started to digress, and this video's gotten a little long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rate Yeats' album out of a 3 Ps. If you don't know, I have a rating system. I do 3 Ps, like the 5 mics. Yeet is 2 Ps. 2 Ps. That's very good. Yeah, 2 Ps. If it was maybe 1 or 2 less skip, if it was, because I really only skipped like 2 songs. If them 2 songs didn't have skips, it probably would have made 3 Ps. I would have, because this is Yeats' best album. Is it a classic? No. And I'm really trying to save the 3 Ps for the certified classics, because when I get to the point where if I review an album that I think is a classic, like Tame Impala to me is that last album is a classic album. It's an album I will play for the rest of my life, that whole thing. So, you know, that one got 3 Ps. I don't think I gave away 3 Ps too many times. Maybe like 2 or 3 times. I'm forgetting. But it's on the high end of 2 Ps, especially for the ones I've already done. It's definitely better than the Drake and Party Next Door album. I don't think I won't get any pushback from that. So, yeah, good shit, my boy Yeat. Hopefully the next one's better, or just as good. Hopefully, you know, you continue to grow with your music. You don't get stagnant with your success. But yeah, man, like I said, my body and my mind are tired. My body and my mind are tired. And I actually did a little more talking than I planned on. But I kept it going. You know, I did want to hit at least 10 minutes, so hopefully I hit that. Yeet, Dangerous Summer, 2 P's. Go listen to it, listen to the whole thing, and then come tell me about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you listen to Yeet? Are you not a big Yeet fan? Let me know. But I'm out of here, man. Peace reviews.
Mommy strolling, I be in my head, she look at me, she floating, I be in my head.